Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday, October 7th edition of AI in the AM. A lot to cover this morning, including OpenAI transforming ChatGPT from a chatbot into a universal app platform, allowing partners like Spotify and Zillow to embed services directly into chats. Is this the end of the App Store as we know it? Plus, OpenAI has launched AgentKit, a visual drag-and-drop tool for building autonomous AI agents, making advanced automation accessible to a wider audience. Will this finally move agentic AI from hype to mainstream reality? And a new Senate report led by Senator Bernie Sanders warns that AI and automation could eliminate nearly 100 million US jobs within a decade. Is this a realistic forecast or political fearmongering? Plus, AI helps detect cancer. Nvidia has a major competitor, Deloitte, to deploy Claude to nearly 500,000 of its workforce. And more on this Tuesday, October 7th edition of AI in the AM. Let's go. We begin with OpenAI's Dev Day conference and the announcement of apps in ChatGPT. In a move poised to redefine user interaction with the internet, OpenAI has launched apps in ChatGPT, effectively turning its popular chatbot into a full-fledged application platform. Announced at its Dev Day conference, the new functionality allows third-party developers to embed interactive applications directly within the ChatGPT interface. Initial partners include major brands like Spotify, Zillow, Canva, and Expedia, enabling users to perform complex tasks such as creating a playlist or browsing real estate listings without ever leaving their conversation. This is powered by a new apps SDK built on the Open Standard Model Context Protocol, MCP, providing developers a distribution channel to ChatGPT's staggering 800 million weekly active users. This strategy represents a direct challenge to the established digital gatekeepers, Google and Apple. By capturing user intent at its origin within a chat, OpenAI is aiming to disintermediate the traditional search and click and app store models, positioning ChatGPT as the new starting point for nearly all digital tasks. Shifting focus, OpenAI is not only building a platform for apps but also for the autonomous agents that will run on them as OpenAI unveils AgentKit to automate complex workflows, signaling a major push into the next frontier of artificial intelligence. A comprehensive suite of tools designed to build, deploy, and optimize autonomous AI agents. The centerpiece is the Agent Builder, a visual canvas that allows developers to create complex, multi-step workflows using a simple drag-and-drop interface. This move effectively democratizes the creation of agentic systems, which can perform tasks like data enrichment or document comparison with minimal human intervention. The launch validates and mainstreams the concept of agentic AI, which has been a dominant theme across the industry, with companies like Google, Avalara, and DSW also announcing their own agent-based solutions. AgentKit provides the tools including a connector registry, embeddable chat interfaces, and performance evaluation frameworks for thousands of developers to begin building these systems at scale. By providing the official toolkit from the industry's leader, OpenAI is signaling that the era of simple chatbots is over, and the age of autonomous task-oriented agents has officially begun. Meanwhile, one of OpenAI's chief rivals is making major inroads in the enterprise space. Next, the viral success of OpenAI's new Sora to video generation app has created a fertile ground for scammers, with dozens of fake clone apps flooding mobile app stores worldwide. Capitalizing on the hype and the official app's limited release, these imposters often mimic OpenAI's branding and promise access to the Sora to model, luring users into downloading them. Some of these fakes have even climbed high on the App Store's charts. The danger for consumers is that many of these clone apps contain expensive in-app purchases or weekly subscriptions while providing none of the promised functionality. Security experts warn that desktop versions could be even more dangerous, potentially carrying hidden malware. This phenomenon highlights a persistent problem in the mobile ecosystem, where bad actors quickly exploit consumer excitement around major tech launches. Users are advised to be cautious and wait for the official app to be released in their region, and to only download software from verified developer links. Next, Senator Bernie Sanders and a new Senate report issues a stark warning, forecasting that AI and automation could displace nearly 100 million American jobs over the next 10 years. Titled, "The Big Tech Oligarchs: War Against Workers," the report uses a ChatGPT-based model to project staggering job losses in specific sectors, including 89% of fast food workers and 64% of accountants. The document frames the technological shift as a political conflict, accusing tech executives of a deliberate effort to replace human workers with artificial labor to boost profits. In response, Senator Sanders has proposed a raft of sweeping policy changes, including a federally mandated 32-hour workweek with no loss in pay, a robot tax on corporations that automate jobs, and expanded worker representation on corporate boards. This report marks a significant moment, moving the AI labor debate from academic circles squarely into the political arena, where the discussion will be shaped by ideology and battles over corporate power and wealth inequality. Next, another company is starting to push away from Nvidia's AI market dominance, as in a seismic shift for the semiconductor industry. OpenAI and Advanced Micro Devices (AMD) have unveiled a multi-billion-dollar strategic partnership that directly challenges Nvidia's long-held supremacy in the AI hardware market. The definitive agreement commits OpenAI to deploying 6 gigawatts of computing power using multiple generations of AMD's Instinct GPUs, with an initial 1 gigawatt phase featuring the upcoming MI450 series slated to begin in the second half of 2026. This move is a clear signal of OpenAI's strategy to diversify its supply chain and mitigate its heavy reliance on Nvidia's for the chips that power its large-scale AI models. To cement the alliance, AMD has issued OpenAI a warrant to acquire up to 160 million shares, potentially giving the AI leader a stake of nearly 10% in the chip. The deal, which AMD executives project will generate tens of billions in revenue, sent AMD's stock soaring by over 30%, while Nvidia's shares saw a slight dip, reflecting the market's recognition of a newly intensified competitive landscape. This massive infrastructure investment underscores the industry's primary constraint, not algorithms or data, but a sheer scarcity of compute power, fueling a high-stakes arms race among tech giants to secure the foundational hardware for the future of AI. In a related move, OpenAI is also turning to its partners to build out its software ecosystem as AI startup Anthropic has secured a landmark victory in the enterprise market, announcing that consulting firm Deloitte will deploy its Claude AI assistant to over 470,000 personnel across 150 countries. This represents Anthropic's largest enterprise implementation to date and serves as a powerful validation of its market strategy. As part of the rollout, Deloitte will establish a Claude Center of Excellence and co-create a certification program to train 15,000 of its professionals on the platform. The partnership will focus on developing AI solutions tailored for highly regulated industries like financial services and healthcare. Combining Claude's safety-first design with Deloitte's own trustworthy AI framework, this massive high-profile adoption by a Big Four firm underscores a critical dynamic in the enterprise AI race for corporate clients. Raw performance is becoming secondary to demonstrable safety, compliance, and governance. The deal solidifies Anthropic's brand as the responsible alternative to its rivals, creating a competitive moat built on trust. In our next headline, AI will start fixing security flaws as Google's DeepMind deploys CodeMender, an autonomous AI agent to fix said issues. CodeMender, leveraging Google's advanced Gemini models, can identify PHA and even proactively rewrite software to eliminate entire classes of security flaws before they can be exploited. The system is already proving its worth, having contributed 72 security fixes to major open-source projects in the last 6 months. This development signals a strategic shift in cybersecurity, where AI is becoming an essential defensive weapon. As AI tools accelerate the discovery of new vulnerabilities, they create a bottleneck for human developers tasked with fixing them. CodeMender aims to break that bottleneck by automating the remediation process. This, combined with Google's updated Secure AI framework and a new AI-focused vulnerability rewards program, represents a holistic effort to embed AI at the core of the cybersecurity stack, moving it from a novelty to a foundational defense mechanism. Next up, AI affects another market as the advancement of AI-generated audio is opening a new and dangerous front for fraudsters. Scammers are now using highly realistic deepfake voice clones to impersonate trusted individuals in phone calls, as seen in a recent case where Italian businessmen were targeted by a fake plea from someone sounding exactly like the country's defense minister. A new study from Queen Mary University of London, published in PLOS ONE, underscores the threat, finding that participants mistook 58% of AI voice clones for real human voices. Even more concerning, the study found that people were more likely to rate the AI-generated voices as more trustworthy than the real ones. This technology, which uses deep learning to mimic a specific person's pitch, intonation, and accent, makes it easier than ever to execute convincing impersonation scams. While the technology has positive applications, its potential for misuse in generating fake news, identity theft, and fraud presents a significant challenge for both law enforcement and an unsuspecting public. Switching over to the home of AI data centers, the insatiable energy and real estate demands of the AI industry are forcing companies to explore radical infrastructure solutions. In a new letter of intent, OpenAI and Samsung have agreed to a broad partnership that includes collaborating on the design and development of floating data centers. The concept aims to address two critical bottlenecks for land-based facilities: land scarcity and the enormous cost of cooling. By locating data centers offshore, companies can leverage seawater for more efficient and less energy-intensive cooling. The partnership, part of OpenAI's massive Project Stargate infrastructure push, also includes Samsung Electronics becoming a strategic supplier of high-performance memory. This move is not a novelty. It is a direct response to the immense physical footprint of it. The industry's exponential growth is now pushing the boundaries of traditional civil engineering, forcing a search for novel solutions to house the millions of power-hungry chips required to train and run next-generation models. In addition, Schneider Electric and Nvidia released designs for high-density AI data centers. The physical demands of AI are forcing a complete overhaul of data center architecture, as evidenced by new reference designs from Schneider Electric and Nvidia. The blueprints are engineered to support the extreme power and cooling requirements of Nvidia's latest Blackwell-based systems, accommodating rack densities of up to 142 kilowatts, an order of magnitude higher than traditional data centers. The designs explicitly focused on integrating liquid cooling and advanced power management systems, highlighting that conventional air cooling is no longer sufficient for these AI factories. The creation of standardized reference designs indicates that the industry is moving beyond ad hoc solutions to establish a new blueprint for the physical infrastructure of the AI era. These facilities are being fundamentally re-engineered from the ground up to handle the immense heat and energy consumption of next-generation GPU clusters, a necessary step to power the ongoing AI revolution. Next up, a new open standard is emerging to connect all these powerful new systems. And on a positive note, Baptist Health reports 23% increase in cancer detection. A powerful real-world example of AI's positive impact has emerged from the medical field. Baptist Health's Lynn Women's Health and Wellness Institute has reported that incorporating an AI copilot into its breast cancer screening process resulted in a 23% increase in cancer detection. The study found the AI was particularly effective at identifying small early-stage cancers and tumors in dense breast tissue, all without increasing the rate of false positives. The success is explicitly attributed to a human-in-loop model, where the AI's powerful pattern recognition capabilities are paired with the critical judgment and patient-specific context provided by an experienced human radiologist. This clinical study, with its quantifiable, life-saving results, provides a clear and defensible blueprint for how AI will likely be integrated into other high-stakes expert professions. Rather than outright automation, the most viable path forward is augmentation, where AI acts as a powerful tool that enhances, rather than replaces, human expertise. Relatedly, a similar debate between automation and augmentation is playing out in the world of software development. That about wraps it up for this Tuesday, October 7th edition of AI in the AM. Please hit that like and subscribe button and see you next time.